So just to quickly introduce Martin, he's the partnerships manager of New South Wales from the Australian Computer Society. So without further ado, I'll pass over to Martin. He's going to tell you guys about what ACS is and what it can offer you. So here's Martin.
Yeah, well, thanks for the intro, and thanks for some of you guys coming along. So I work with ACS partnership managers. So I'm going to give you just a presentation today based on what we offer students, the membership of being a part of your professional association. And then we'll do some questions, and I am conscious that I don't want to bore you guys too much with some slides. So, but there is a lot of things that we do that are important for you guys to be aware of. So I'm just going to play a video to start with, and then once that finishes, I'll jump straight into the slides. And if you guys do want to type some questions or even ask me, please feel free to do that, and we'll touch on those as soon as we can. So I'll start off now, and then we'll jump into the slides.
Things are moving so quickly. Understanding the pace of technology and the way it's changing is absolutely essential.
My name is Tony Harb. I'm Managing Director of a company called InConsult. We specialise in risk management.
My name is Jessica Yang. I'm the owner of Move Mommy Activewear Health and Fitness.
My name is Peter Esho, and I'm the co-founder of a real estate sales engagement platform called Cribs.
Innovation is really important to us. We're always looking at different ways to innovate through use of technology.
Everything we do now is involved in consumer tech. We're on our mobiles 24 hours a day, walking through the streets, getting our emails, engaging with our friends.
ACS makes it very, very easy to tap into their community here in Sydney. The hub is absolutely fantastic.
The partnership with ACS has been great for us. We've been able to use all the online resources to help upskill our consultants. We've attended a number of events, which has helped us in our networking.
We've been able to meet a lot of other women in tech and hear their stories and their experiences and their businesses. We've been able to come in all to one central hub here in Sydney, do a workshop or a brainstorm, and be able to look at this beautiful view.
I would recommend the ACS. I think it's a wonderful asset, a wonderful organisation that really puts its members first.
I'd highly recommend ACS for especially startups as well, such as myself. We've benefited a lot from this.
The community is growing, it's fantastic. I'd recommend anybody who hasn't already to jump online and join.
So thanks for that, guys. So I'll just bring up the prezzo. Is that visible to everybody? I hope so. So we'll start. So who is ACS?
An animated explainer video is a fantastic way to convey a lot of complicated information in a short time frame.
Sorry about that. I'll just close this so it doesn't start again. So we're the Australian Association for Executives that Work in Technology. We're called ACS, the Australian Computer Society. So we have 48,000 members and 350 partners. As I said, we're the premium association for IT tech and digital executives nationally. So this is an idea, an overview about what we stand for as an organisation. So the three pillars that we work with are capability, capacity and catalyst. So capacity really just talks about that we have an adequate supply of resources. Capability is around ensuring that everyone has the best skills possible to maximise the advantages of the digital economy, and catalyst is really just about sparking innovation. So encouraging Australia to become a global benchmark for the use of technology. I'll start talking about what it is, some of the benefits that we offer our members. So we do a bunch of reports. So when you're a student, data is actually really important to understand. So having reports and data at your fingertips is key to being an executive or a professional in technology. So we provide 10 of these reports a year through Digital Pulse. So we do them in conjunction with Deloitte and KPMG. The latest one we released is called the Australian Economy. So, and it's looking at the ICT sector and how it's going to be a major driver of job creation. This stuff is all free, by the way. They're very detailed, so for you to get access to this type of data is fundamentally important to your career. So talking about demand in technology, from our research, there's going to be a gap of 100,000 people that aren't going to be found for technology jobs. So that's between now and 2024. So we need an increase of 792,000 workers. Those people are obviously being delivered through a number of different means. At the moment, we don't have them in Australia. So we're looking to bring them in as skilled workers from overseas, but students are obviously very important to that. Talking about some of the historical forecasts, technology employment in terms of trends. If you look at this graph, ICT management operations is fairly high. ICT tech and professionals sits up around the 300,000 mark. That's the number of employees we're going to need in those particular jobs. Sales and trades come down. They're fairly small, as is electronic trades and professionals, and admin and support. But that gives you an idea about the job numbers that we're looking at. These are from research that we do with Deloitte, and tells you where people are going to need to actually find employment. So let's talk about employment post-COVID. Currently, everything's trending down by 6% or more. So data suggesting that probably 780,000 people have lost their jobs. Tech is not immune to that. So overall, IT and tech have bucked the trend. They're higher than standard, but they still have been hit. So if we look at some reports done by Gartner, the forecast for global IT spending is that tech will drop by about 6%. So month on month, IT job ads, according to online employment search sites, are down about 35%. Across the country, at the moment, we're looking at about 43% for other jobs. So tech is still probably where we see the jobs, but obviously in a recession of the likes we haven't seen since the Great Depression, there will be a lot of jobs that have been lost. Just to give you a snapshot of trends in Australia. So technology workforce has seen average trend growth of 2.5%. That outpaces growth in the standard market of over 1.7%. So enrolments in universities are 50% higher, and the female share of tech workers has increased slightly to about 29%. Gender is a really important part of what we do at ACS. So we do try to address the gender gaps that exist in Australia at the moment. I'll touch a little bit more on that later, but a big part of employment requirements for companies is diversity. So future demand, we think, as I said, 100,000 workers is what we need in tech. And that's going to be between now and 2024. That's a growth of 1.3%. Technology workers will need another 164,000 qualifications. So just to give you an idea of where you're studying, you're probably working in a sector, you're going to be working in a sector that's going to be seeing quite a shortfall of people. Let's talk about ICT demand post-COVID. So first and foremost, infrastructure is really the foundation of digital. And infrastructure is a cornerstone of fighting a pandemic. So digital technologies that are supported by ICT infrastructure are really helping social activities. So during the pandemic, one of the main characteristics of this global public health is that it affects online and offline life. Probably to be accurate, we've all moved to an online domain, and that's in terms of presentations and the way we meet people. So in that perspective, technology still is playing a really large part and a really important part in how we're going to recover from this period within our economy. I'm just going to talk now about jobs as your students. This is from our research from our partners. These are the jobs that they're trying to hire for at the moment. So obviously mobile app sits as number one. Interesting looking at this, cybersecurity comes in at 10, but cyber is really in demand at the moment. These are for guys that are working both for government and in consulting roles. So good money as well to be found in those jobs. But if you look at that list, that's from our research. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, DevOps, blockchain, RPA, all this stuff you can learn with us. I know you're all studying, but we do provide bespoke workshops around this type of content. So this is just talking about why you would join ACS. So what we're doing for students, we have a specific student program that we offer every year. So an ACS Tech and Employability Skills half-day conference. So this is a 5-hour conference that includes interactive sessions on how to actually grow your career potential and grow your employability. So we're doing 12 of these. So you get one every month. These are free as a member. So you can attend these, really important, and they really focus on how to actually get you a job. We also do something called the Insights Leader Series. So we're doing 2 of those. This is really technical. It gives you experience from leading tech professionals. So we're doing 2 of those. They're a full-day conference. You have access to that for free. So as a student, I just want to go over why you would join ACS. One of the most important things, as I talked about, is having access to the latest data, understanding key issues and tech trends. We do offer professional indemnity insurance cover. That's really important. That's going to cost you quite a bit. That is part of the membership. So we'll cover you up for to 10 million in damages and up to earnings of $100,000 that you may earn. If you become certified with us, we'll cover you up to $200,000 of earnings. So if you start consulting or you're working outside of your studies, you're automatically covered. We also, as I said, have a lot of events, networking events. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to network and build your networks. You can also meet industry people and demonstrate, I guess, to employers your commitment to being part of our profession. ACS Summit, so Careers Elevation. So this is something else we're offering students now. So this is a summit that's based on basically helping you build your career and get a job, gives you a deeper understanding of what it means to be a professional, and just to stay relevant within your industry. As you can see from some of those pictures, there's some great opportunity to meet students and a great opportunity to meet some mentors. We have a learning accelerator. So basically we have about 50,000 assets online. So these are short, punchy type videos that you can use to train in your own time. Every single theme you could want is on there. Once you actually have a membership, you have a login and you can jump on and use any of those tools in your own time. Everything that you look at or use goes towards your professional certification. So once you become certified, you can actually charge higher fees as well. All the ACS certifications are actually globally recognized. We've recently launched a careers platform. This is for students. So all of our partners specifically advertise jobs on here. This is only for our members, so you can jump on there. It's very similar to a platform like Seek, but it's just an internal platform that you can use as a student to find a job. Some of our partners are Google, Car Sales, ASX, GHD and EY. And you can tap into that community to find out where the latest jobs are. We also have a platform that's free for students. It's called Sophia, which means the skills framework for the information age. This is an online tool. You can check your skills against an internationally recognized framework. Basically, it profiles, if any of you have ever done profiling around your personality for jobs, this is very similar, but it's about skilling. It's a great way to help you understand where you're lacking in skills, and it's also a good tool to use to add to your CV. That's free as well. We've recently launched a student ambassador program as well. So this is in New South Wales and Victoria. So as an ambassador, it really just helps build your profile. So you can talk about volunteering, training. We offer speaking spots at our premium events. You can put that on your CV. It's a great piece to help you with recognition for your peers, and also being able to, I guess, give you access to senior executives within the ACS community. I'll talk also about our innovation hubs. So we have an innovation hub in Barangaroo. It's a very cool space. There's meeting pods, collaboration desks, Wi-Fi, table tennis, gaming, a startup hub. So you have access to that. You can come in with your laptop and work in the city if you want. all you need to do is present your access card and you can come in. We're on level 37 in Barangaroo, and we also have one in Docklands in Melbourne. So if you're down there, you can drop in there. It's similar to a WeWork type space, but probably a little bit more professional. We host a lot of events there as well. And if you want to be part of a community and come in and work and meet people that work in your technology community, this is the space to do it. This is our website, acs.org.au. I'd suggest having a look at it. Just log in, check out some of the things that we offer. A lot of the content, like the assets, sit behind a paywall, but you can navigate your way around and just see if there's some interest in actually what we do. Probably the biggest thing to get from there would be that we are a tech community. With a tech community, especially as a student, gives you the ability to actually meet people in technology. It's an invaluable experience because when you're a student, you don't get the opportunity to go to events, to network, to shake people's hand, to hand out business cards, that sort of thing. It's probably the best way that you're going to get a job. You can apply for jobs as a student, but with ACS, what we offer is the ability to actually talk to people that are hiring and get in front of them one-to-one. So these are my details here, my email and the ACS New South Wales email address. And to join up, the cost for the year is $72, which is a really great offer. All the events that we offer for you guys, whether they be at Barangaroo or the student events, they're all catered, and most of the professional events we run during the week have alcohol as well. You can attend these for free. So, and plus all the assets and the insurance, it's a really great offer for only $72 as a student. So I'd recommend you join and become part of your professional community. So that's my presentation. I'd probably hand over to some questions, and Nick, if you want to facilitate those, I'll be happy to take them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've got a question to start off with. That just kind of is around our current situation right now. So, like, these all sound absolutely amazing, and some of the like professional events sound really interesting too. But like, are there any kind of online events that are happening around now with COVID happening?
Yeah, great question. So most of our events with COVID, because of the government restrictions, have been moved to a virtual. So we're doing, we do probably 1 or 2 webinars a week. As members, you can join those. Some really high profile speakers and attendees. So there are Q&A sessions as well. So normally, even some of the webinars, we're having 700 to 800 people attend. So obviously with COVID, that's been a challenge for running events, and especially for students. So we also do a PY, professional year graduate program. So we run 4 of those events. We have about 400 to 500 students attend those, and everything has been moved to a virtual or to the online format. So for you guys, it is really convenient because you can log in from your house or from uni or wherever it may be to attend some of these. Just gives you the ability to grow professionally and get some more deeper understanding of what's happening in technology. So yeah.
Really interesting. Thanks so much. We've also got another question from the chat. It says, "Hi Martin, thanks for the awesome talk so far. I just had a question. What is professional indemnity insurance cover?"
So if you're consulting, or you're in, say you become a tech professional, and outside of uni, you might just do some consulting on the side, or you want to start your own business, or if you have your own ABN and you're just doing some work for someone and you make a mistake and they sue you, you have to have indemnity insurance to do consulting. Just because it's too dangerous, you'll get bankrupt. You know, if someone makes a claim against you for a couple of $100,000, that's a lot of money for anybody. ACS will cover you for that. So it's just basically for an error you might make that's taken against you in a professional circumstance. So we would cover you for 10 million. So probably if you went to an insurance company and wanted to get professional indemnity insurance for your consulting, or when you start doing some work out in the community, it's probably going to cost you about $300 or $400 a year to get that kind of coverage. So that's just basic for our membership which sits under that $72 fee.
Cool.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I think it answers the question very well. Just a question. I'll go. There's also one more in the chat. But is this $72 a special deal for students, or is that for anybody?
No, that's a special deal for students. So if you're not a student, if you're a standard executive and you wanted to join as an associate, it would cost you $374 a year. There are different benefits that we offer, but the student membership does cover pretty much a lot of that. Actually, there's probably a few other things I missed that I'll go over, but if you want to give me the other chat question as well.
Yeah. So we've got a chat from Tom who said, what sort of events has the ACS run that you think has been the most valuable? And thanks for the talk.
What sort of events?
Yeah, that you think have been the most valuable?
Well, New South Wales, my team, pre-COVID, we'll probably do one a week. So that would be 60 to 80 a year or thereabouts. And most we do in most themes now around deep tech. So if you want to Google what deep tech is, but a lot of stuff we touch on now is blockchain, the future of work, digital disruption, enablement, lots of things like that. Probably the most valuable, I suppose, are workshops that we host. So where you guys can come in and you actually have to complete a task for the day and you get to interact with other people and work as a team. But we do have senior presentations as well. So we run an event every year called Reimagination. There's a couple of thousand people that attend that, and students are welcome to come. It's sponsored by the Victorian government. It's one of the biggest events on the tech circuit. So we have keynote speakers from Facebook and eBay and Atlassian, lots of groups like that, and these guys are there. So it's a great opportunity for you to network and meet them there. So that's probably one of the most valuable events that we offer.
Cool. Any other questions from the chat? I'll ask one more question, then we might finish up.
Yep.
Just you were saying that you have like weekly events. What might those entail?
So now with COVID, we're moving to, rather than having 120, 150 people at Barangaroo, we're moving to things called micro tribes. Keep in mind the webinars and the online will still exist. So if you don't want to attend something, you don't have to, you can still log in. But we're doing things called micro tribes. So that will be events that are around the size of 20 people, and they'll be hosted by partners and stakeholders that we know. Again, the themes are around deep tech, so blockchain, digital disruption, AI, machine learning, all those themes. And we'll be hosting them in different locations all around, so not just the city. So Western Sydney will be a big focus. If you're living out there, the eastern suburbs, south, we're doing some chapters in the north. So they'll be all around Sydney. There's probably going to be about 80 to 100 that we're doing. So those events will kick off next month, and as a member, you can attend them. But at the moment, it's obviously challenging with restrictions, and we're not sure where they're going to end up. So if you aren't comfortable with being in part of a micro tribe, you can still do everything that we offer online in terms of the larger scale webinars and the New South Wales events.
Cool. Thanks so much. I think if that's, I've got no more questions from the chat. I think I might leave it there.
Okay.
But thank you so much, Martin, for coming. That was really interesting. And yeah, everyone check out ACS, and yeah, give it a think.
Yeah, and guys, just before I go, my email address is there. Please feel free to reach out. Also, I'm on LinkedIn. If you are on LinkedIn, please connect with me. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. If you are interested in becoming a member, just email me or LinkedIn me, and I'll set you guys up. But otherwise, it was great to present today, and thank you all for attending, and thank you, Nick, for moderating. I really appreciate that.